so excited to be here, and thank you so much for making your time available this early on a Thursday morning. There are many people I would like to thank. First of all, I would really like to thank Bill Ferris, AC. Let's face it, Australia is bloody lucky to have someone like him to basically champion our cause. Also, Bill is one of my true inspirations. I've heard him talk on numerous occasions about the importance of collaboration between business, government, industry and academia. And this really led to me pursuing this collaboration with Data61. So I do owe it to Bill, and I'm very, very appreciative of his time. I would also like to thank Adrian Turner, CEO of CSIRO's Data61, for making the time this morning. And also a special thank you to Warren Brady from Data61. Warren is the head of strategic accounts and fintech services. He's also encouraged me on numerous occasions, and I thank him for providing this great venue for this launch. Further thanks to Jason Barkler and his team at CSIRO SME Connect for their generous support in co-funding our research. Believe it or not, Accurait is one of only 25 companies in Australia to receive a PhD grant to have our own full-time PhD in-house. So it's really an honour to be part of that group. Thank you also to the amazing researchers at Data61, led by Stephen Wan, Cecile Paris, Dr. Shaukat Abidi and Savnav Karimi, who all worked on building our AI platform. They really are a sort of hidden gem of talent. Lastly, to our super hard-working team. This would not have been possible without their huge effort over many years. There are numerous people to thank, and I can't name everybody, but specifically I would like to thank Mark Moffat and Tony Lee, Foundation team members, Dr. Roger Cohen on our advisory board, Mark Twist, Ray Milker, Chong Chang, Prajwal Rayo, and Ilan Joffe from the University of New South Wales Technology Campus, Nicole Friedman, Victoria von Bernard, Bassem Mansour, Richard Hardy, Patricia Vasilevska and Dina Zakharov. I would also especially like to thank my wife Petra, who is not only my wife, but she's also my business partner and best friend, and who's encouraged me to pursue my business dreams from the outset. We founded LeaseInfo back in 2005 and have grown it to be the largest online provider of retail leasing data in Australia. Then, in January 2016, we were advised of a global lease accounting change called IFRS 16. Sounds like a disease, doesn't it? IFRS 16. This change required virtually all commercial leases around the world to be capitalised on balance sheet. This would affect a staggering US $2.8 trillion worth of assets. I had a vision that this global challenge in implementing IFRS would be the same internal challenges that we faced. I believe that if we could provide an automated lease extraction solution, it would have global application. That was the start of our commercialisation journey. However, whilst Accurait is the name of our platform, our early attempts to solve this challenge were anything but that. We started with optical character recognition, known as OCR, which makes text from PDFs searchable. We built literally hundreds of templates to try and cater for every type of lease. Unfortunately, we realised pretty early on that OCR by itself was not going to cut the mustard, because Australian leases, thanks to our wonderful lawyers, have every single data point in different spots, and it's impossible to create templates. We can then really thank the federal government for their very generous support via an SME Connect Kickstart grant, which enabled us to engage with Data61, regarded as world-leading experts in AI. I recall our first meeting fondly at Data61, and I was really excited but somewhat apprehensive. After over 10 years of collecting lease data, I was sure we were in the box seat to now make this data work for us. I also realised I had very limited knowledge of AI. When I first met Dr. Stephen Wan, I said that a typical lease agreement is between 60 to 80 pages. This was his response. Well, Simon, we probably need between 3 and 4 million pages to train the AI on. I knew then that that was going to be a huge challenge for us, but I felt we were up to the task, and thank you to our entire IT team who went to work hooking up every single computer in our office and turned each one into a mini server. We were processing text versions of over 50,000 leases and on weekends until we built this massive training database. A huge thank you to Richard Spink and Jen Seligman, who basically coordinated the process, and to also Mark Moffat, who lost a lot of sleep in doing that. By October 17, we had a working AI model, and when combined with our rules-based system, we had the basis of a minimum viable product. We are truly fortunate to have a long-standing relationship with Rachel Bessis from Swarovski, who saw potential in our idea and agreed to be our first beta tester. Rachel has a lot of industry expertise and has previous knowledge in user experience testing. Rachel provided us with great feedback and said whilst the AI model was effective, it still needed work to be commercially viable. By late 2017, thanks to a lot of further hard work, we received 2 very important further grants. One from the CSIRO called STEM CEIF, allowing us to hire a full-time PhD, Dr. Shaukat Abidi, and a grant from the New South Wales Government under Jobs New South Wales called Tech Vouchers, to allow us to conduct further research on new AI techniques to improve our platform. And Rachel will show one of those examples in her talk. In January 2018, we received another grant from the New South Wales Government to help us fund our minimum viable product. And we went live in July after receiving our patent through FB Rice. Thank you also to Josip and Than from Jobs New South Wales, who are here in the audience, who worked with us today to get our grant. So, what have I learned from this AI journey? I've got to be honest, now that I know what I know, I can say with 100% certainty that machines are far more efficient than humans are in processing text from leases for 3 main reasons. Machines can absorb text-based data at speeds thousands, if not millions times faster than humans. For example, Accurait can read a lease front and back, which it does, for a typical 60 to 80 page document in approximately 60 seconds. Secondly, the memory recall is instantaneous. Accurait uses an inverted index which tags the location of each word on each page, something that a human could never do. And lastly, computers learn a lot faster than humans can. Thanks to this collaboration, Australia is now at the global forefront of AI for commercial document extraction. Whilst we developed the system for retail leasing, Accurait has huge application for other types of lease documents which we're working on, including equipment, vehicle and franchise agreements, mortgage documents and loans. To my knowledge, there are possibly less than 10 companies in the world that can combine AI for lease data extraction with the IFRS lease calculations. We have a huge local and global opportunity to leverage our technology. We can provide real solutions that save our clients time and money, create efficiencies and reduce risk. We have the best research scientists from Data61, together with our own dedicated team of leasing and IT experts. Global competition is now starting to enter the Southeast Asian market, and we must continue to be agile and deploy considerable financial resources to stay ahead of the pack and reach our full commercial potential. So I'll now do a short live demo of the product. However, if you are interested in more information or your own private demo, please visit the website on the screen. Richard Hardy, where's Richard? Put your hand up. And Jen Seligman are available after this launch to further take you through the product. So, what's so special about Accurait and why is it needed? After all, to quote Bill Ferriss, we don't want to be a solution looking for a problem. We're a software house trying to solve a $2.8 trillion problem. The problem with the commercial leasing industry is it is document intensive, with leasing comprising multiple interrelated and often linked documents, including leases, agreements to lease, disclosure statements, fit-out and incentive deeds, assignments, transfers, subleases, etc., etc. Currently, this data is trapped in PDFs, or worse, in hard copy, and cannot be read or linked to databases without manual extraction. Globally, firms are now creating files at unprecedented rates. Global estimates indicate a staggering amount of corporate documentation is being generated and doubling almost every 90 days. These documents contain legally binding obligations, yet most businesses continue to manage these files through computer folders and subfolders, with no ability to link the rights and obligations contained therein to databases, accounting software, and other management tools. Whilst businesses go to extraordinary lengths to negotiate their leases, most businesses fail to track their key points of the deal, leading to huge losses in hours spent on back searching through documents and increasing their risk exposure to errors. So, Accurait is a cloud-based system hosted by Amazon Web Services here in Sydney. Uploading documents to Accurait is really easy. Simply enter a meaningful document ID, browse the file on your network, and select. Total processing time per document is currently sitting at about 1 minute for a typical 80-page lease. Batch uploading can also be done by zipping multiple documents and uploading. Once you have uploaded your document, your main navigation window is the dashboard. As you can see, the lease we just uploaded is continuing to process, So to save time today, we have uploaded another lease in advance. To start reviewing and approving each lease, click on the hyperlink reference for that asset. Verifying the data is correct is now super easy. When the data first uploads into the system, you will notice that the technology has read the entire document and populated the required fields with information from the lease. You will also notice there are two coloured boxes. Amber means that the system has detected and predicted a result. Red means that the system has not detected a result, noting that this could be the right answer. For example, no market rent reviews. To check the data extracted for each field, simply click on the hyperlink field label for each data point. This takes you to the location within the PDF called a snippet on the right-hand side of the screen. Once you approve it, it is locked down, and that snippet can be exported to another system or emailed. You now have a linked data source. Another feature of Accurait is that it makes the PDF immediately searchable. So, if you need to double check something, just hit search, type in a keyword, and all the occurrences of that keyword will appear highlighted in the PDF, e.g. demolition clause. If you want to add your own fields and tag them, simply switch to backlink mode. Which allows you to tag any field to any location in the document. If we switch back to user mode, you will notice that this is now tagged. Accurait also allows you to link your leases to your sublease structures, such as variations, transfers, and subleases, so you have the correct lease hierarchy at all times. In this case, this lease has been varied several times, resulting in the deal being completely different from when it started. Once you have completed your approval stage, you can click on the lease summary page and it will create a summary including any lease variations, transfers, and subleases. Back on the dashboard, the graphs on the left show the breakdown of your document types. Clicking on the bars for each document type allows you to filter for those leases. The middle graph breaks the data down by region. Again, by clicking on the piece of the pie, you are able to get a filter of those leases by region. The last graph breaks down the various stages of approval of your documents. You can filter on the stage of completion, and each record has a progress bar to tell you what stage you are at in the approval process. So perhaps the most exciting part of Accurait, which we're working on, is something called global search. So global search uses an inverted index to be able to index every word to the page. So you will be able to pull out any key term of any relevant clause, such as, say, bank guarantees, and extract it. Where it has huge commercial application is for leases that have not been executed. Imagine going through and being able to detect clauses that should or should not be there before you actually sign the deal. You can also export to CSV, Excel, or via API to another approved system. If you are using our API export to lease management systems, My Portfolio, you can export the data and our systems will do the IFRS calculations for you. The system will then calculate your right of use liability and asset on a daily, monthly, or yearly basis. This can also be exported to other financial systems. The system is also being developed to read other types of leases, including franchise agreements, vehicle equipment, and mining. So again, that concludes my demo for today. If you have any further questions about functionality, please come and see Jen or Richard after the speech and they can arrange a subsequent demo. Thank you again for being here. We're very excited about the future possibilities of Accurait, and we look forward to delivering them for you.